Hello, Marc. Welcome to Jitex 2018. So, what's the experience of the day one being for you?
Well, thank you, Anushree. The experience has been a very positive one, despite the fact that this is our first time attending, and yesterday was the first day of the show, and we were expecting that to be, not as much volume yet, but it surprised us. We actually had quite a number of people in the stand, very much interested in talking about cybersecurity and the way to accelerate and scale cybersecurity solutions, because it's a problem that people have right now.
Can you so for our audience, can you brief us about what the company does, what does NoviFlow's core strengths are, and how do you go to market in this region?
Uh, NoviFlow was one of the very first companies to come out with high performance SDN forwarding planes. What that basically means is we build switches and the network operating system that runs these switches so that it implements SDN protocols. And by doing that, we make it programmable. Now that appeals to a lot of companies now because they have applications that are doing orchestration at the company level, and they're virtualizing a lot of their services. And virtualization comes at a cost. It makes the network more complex. But SDN essentially gives the tools for people to deal with that complexity. So this is what we're doing at a base level. Now, of course, this means that you require to be talking to customers who have a knowledge of SDN and can implement that level. This is not the large majority. This is still quite a minority of potential customers. So we expanded the appeal of our products by creating abstraction layers that sit on top of the SDN and make it so that SDN looks like a simple server in the network, and therefore it can be easily integrated with existing applications. And the first community that really took advantage of this is the cybersecurity community. So we've had, since the launch of CyberMapper, our middleware layer, less than a year ago, we've had a tremendous response from the cybersecurity community, including we've announced a partnership with Fortinet, and we've done a lot of activities with a large number of cybersecurity vendors because we allow them to meet the challenge of virtualization. And this is only the first such vertical that NoviFlow is going into. We're also going into the broadband gateway area, again, by helping them provide the tools to virtualize their functionalities more efficiently in networks.
Right. So, presently, everybody wants to talk about SDN, right? It's an age of what we call as software-defined everything.
Yes.
When there are so many vendors and solution providers out there, it's very difficult to create a niche in what you're doing. So, if I want to ask you, what is that one differentiating factor which NoviFlow has, or what's that one competitive advantage which you have on your vendors? What would that factor be?
NoviFlow, since 2012, since our inception, has believed in providing a fully programmable forwarding plane. Now, this is very much against the traditional culture networking, which was based on fixed function ASICs, so basically a non-programmable forwarding plane. And there was a lot of resistance from the incumbents, of course. Like any new disruptive technology, SDN faced challenges in being accepted. And but NoviFlow, we stuck with SDN. We didn't compromise, and we didn't do things like reduce the functionality so that we can run on the customary traditional networking chips. We stuck with the programmable forwarding plane. Now, and that is really our force, because right now this is what people need in their networks to be able to meet the challenge of virtualization, particularly. And since we've been doing this now for over 6 years, we are literally the world leader in this technology.
So you are partnering with NBuzz, right?
Yes.
So are they your only partner, or
Oh,
one
no.
of your partners for this region?
For this region, for the Gulf region, they are our main partner. We have a global network of partnerships. Roughly 80% of our sales are through partners. So this gives you an idea. Most of our sales actually are international. So despite the fact that we're based in North America, actually the majority of our sales are coming from the Asia Pacific and the EMEA regions, Europe, Middle East and Africa.
But like talking specifically about Embuzz, how have they helped you to flow into this market?
Well, every market has its particularities, and that's why we partner with companies like Embuzz, because they actually bring the local flavor and understand how to do business in the local area. We bring the technology to bear, we make the solutions accessible, but then we rely on our partners to go out and to actually find out who would be the right customers for purchases. Should we go and create customizations or to do variations of our products so that we can go with those markets. So that level of closeness to the market is what we look for in our partners, and that's Embuzz for this region, of course.
So coming back to the show,
Yeah.
what can the partners and customers coming to your stand expect to see?
What they'll see is a live demonstration of a cybersecurity stack optimized by SDN. So they'll see the real deal. And I think we're pretty unique in being able to demonstrate that live on our stand. We also have this running with the Barefoot Tofino based switches, so that's 6.5 terabits of capacity. And this one switch on that table there has more switching the capacity than existed in most countries 10 years ago. So it's a huge increase in capacity. But also, as I mentioned, this is a live demonstration that shows how to take advantage of SDN to accelerate and to scale cybersecurity solutions. And it's a live demo that people can take the same principle and apply this into their own networks.
Thank you, Marc. Thank you so much for being with us today. We wish you all the best for the rest of the 3 days and the year to come.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.